Good afternoon and welcome. It's Tuesday afternoon, but it's different this time, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's your partner in crime?
I'm not. We are not the loom plotters. I'm just a single loom plotter.
Today you're single.
Yeah. My partner in crime, Martin, he has embarked on his well-deserved vacation. He's out of the country. That's why he's not here. Otherwise, he would, of course, never miss one.
See, that's what happens when you work in academia. You get long summers.
Yeah, that's true. But he will be back, and of course, then represent me. Next auction, I might not be here. So
summer vacation.
Yeah, we will play ping pong, TikTok. So no problem.
Key, are you going anywhere nice?
Yes, I'm going to South Africa. So
nice.
This is
you were in Africa a short while ago, right?
In March, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in March I was in Tanzania, and now it's South Africa.
South Africa is amazing.
Photo safari.
Not jealous at all. All right, so this is auction number 26. We're live. It started on Saturday, ends next Saturday. We have 72 watches. This is our biggest auction today. What do you think, Ralph? This one. I always ask the same question.
And I always answer the same things. It's an amazing range of different watches. I think this time we have some really cool Breguet in gold. We have a watch we're coming to later. This annual calendar from IWC, the Da Vinci, fantastic watches and extremely good prices. You know, you have some cool vintage pieces or just off the beaten path pieces like the Domino Spitzer, Kanja dial, Rolex. I see amazing stuff, right? So really cool things to see.
So basically, we've asked Ralph for his top picks, no categories, just his top picks.
Yeah.
What was your criteria when choosing these top picks? These are watches you've had before, or watches you'd like?
Yeah, one of the watches I actually have myself.
Okay.
But I thought these watches we need to talk about because no matter what the description is, some of them just need to be talked about. So there's some little things about it.
Let's start then. All right. Which one do you want to pick first?
Okay, let's start first with a Rolex GMT Master. And this is not a GMT Master 2. This is the GMT Master 1.
And you told me about something about this earlier, which I didn't know.
It doesn't have this independent hour hand to set. So that's what I think what only came with the GMT Master 2. So this is, as you can see, the old clasp. It's a bit of a older style Jubilee bracelet, so it has a bit of give because it's from the 80s. It's about 40 years old, yeah. So, but in general, I mean, you see a bit of damage here on the bezel, but other than that, it's in perfect condition for its age, right? And if you can see, it's a slim watch. It's really nice and elegant. It wears much smaller than you think, so even, ladies might want to wear that watch. It's a lovely watch. I really like it. So nobody please bid on it because I want to bid on it. Has the drilled holes, right? So it's a beautiful watch. I think it would look killer on a nice black strap.
You love a good strap.
Yeah, usually, I mean, with Rolex is tough, right?
Rubber or black?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I think it could look on rubber. It could also look really, really nice. But yeah,
and the
that's
dial?
just a fantastic watch. The dial, of course. That if you can see this here, these little loom plots. Of course, I need to talk about the loom plots because we're the loom plotters, right? You see, this is called because they're very small. The loom itself is very small, and even the entire loom plot is actually, or the indice is very small, and that's what's called a nipple dial, because it's okay. We are not talking about the details here,
we
but
can guess why.
it's very, very.
But
small.
Ralph,
and that's rare. It's rare.
The nipple dial was produced for a certain period or on certain watches, or
it was produced on certain watches for a certain period. I don't know exactly the details there, but it was replaced by the bigger ones because they're more legible, right? But it looks a bit like a diamond. So you see how this actually reflects. It's a beautiful watch. It's very, very flashy.
People look for watches with nipple dials.
Some do, and that's always something which is a bit limited. It's always nice.
So it's a bit more of a collectible element.
It's rare.
Okay.
So some people don't like it because it's so small. Some people like the more bold version of indices, like on these two watches.
Yeah.
But definitely something that's more elegant, more flashy to a certain extent, a bit more blingy. But as I said, I'm really liking that.
And this is in the auction starting at 20,000 dirhams.
Yeah, 2021, something like that.
20,000, yeah.
20,000.
Which for a Rolex Steel and gold, 40 millimeters, discontinued,
Uh-huh.
and has some like provenance, let's say, or in terms
Absolutely.
of it's a good price.
And again, for its age, in fantastic condition. And I think if you want to dress it down a bit, then you can just get it on a nice black strap, and then you don't have too much two-tone going on.
Heard it here first. Strap it up.
Yo, lovely watch.
All right, that's the Rolex out of the way. Ah, there's two Rolexes in this. Okay, I'm surprised actually you chose two Rolexes.
Yeah, this time
Okay.
it's Rolex time. Let's continue with the Rolex.
All right,
time.
yeah.
So we have this Oyster Perpetual in 30. What is it? 36?
Yes.
Yeah, 36. Nothing special to talk about unless you, of course, either turn it around and you see the engraving on it, or you just go here and see that little domino piece. Rah! So that's the current version Domino's Pizza. They had, in the old versions, they had the Domino's logo on the dial. They don't do that anymore. Now it's here, a small Domino's logo glued or
What a strange association, though, right?
soldered onto that. Yeah. So apparently the franchise owners of Domino's, when they make a specific amount of revenue, the owners of these franchises, they get from Domino's Pizza, they get a Rolex watch.
So a gift, basically.
Yeah.
This
They're
is their
getting-
kind of bonus.
Yeah, exactly. That's like their bonus. And you can see on the back, there's also Domino's Pizzas engraved. Okay, there's the plastic covering it, but you can see there's a Domino's logo on the back as well.
And this has been going on for a while, right?
They're doing this for decades.
But I know that Rolex doesn't do this with many brands. Or I don't think they do it. Do they still do it for Domino's?
I think that's still what they do. I don't know if they're actually producing it for them.
Or they
I
add
think
it?
they do, but
Yes, 21. This is 2 years old.
And you know, in the older times when actually there were things put onto the dials, like the
Kanja.
Kanja from Sultan of Oman and other things, at certain times this was not even desirable. People actually started to remove them with alcohol.
You were
and
saying,
some
right?
other
That's so
things,
funny.
and acetone, just to remove them because they were not wanted. And now, of course, they're
The
rare,
opposite.
and it's the opposite. Yeah, absolutely.
So moral of the story,
There you go.
never change the aesthetics of something because you don't know how much it'll be worth in the future.
Yeah, keep it original as much as you can, right? I mean, you can always change things. I think I'm always happy if people, change things up, as long as you can revert to the original. If
So
you
be
want
careful if you bling it
to.
up.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put, for example, dial.
But you can put a diamond bezel and then change this bezel and put a bezel and have a bezel.
Exactly. But a lot of people don't know. We can change the bezels relatively easily. It's like a 5-minute job for a watchmaker to just pop the different bezel. So if you, for example, like on the auction as well here, there's
The Wimbledon.
Wimbledon, but you think, I want a fluted bezel, no
can
problem.
source it.
You can source it, you can change it, and you can always change it back without any damage. So,
Good tip.
yep.
All right, so that's now 2 Rolexes.
2 Rolexes down.
If you like Domino's, this is the watch
Yeah,
for you.
it's something special for sure.
All right, where should we jump on to next?
Okay, let's stay with a bit of the gold. There's
Okay.
a lot of gold here in the dials at least, right? And this is the Blancpain
I love this one.
Villeret, 40 millimeters, solid gold. It's a quantième calendar,
Yes.
so that means it has the. It's not a perpetual calendar.
Isn't this their version?
Is it? I should have read up about it, but I didn't. But what I like about this watch is this beautiful guilloche dial.
Yes.
Of course, you have a moon phase, you have a date, the date, and the month. And then you turn it around and you think, oh yeah, well, at least it's all gold. And they didn't skimp on the material, right? No transparent caseback. But they did give you a transparent caseback. You see here is a small hinge. If you open this, I'll do this here, with your fingernail, it's a small, oops, there.
He nails.
Yeah, check. You open this and you have a hunter caseback.
Wow.
And you can see here even the perlage inside the little flap. You see here this beautiful guilloche solid gold rotor. I think this movement is a work of art. You can see so many angles are polished. And as you also can see, here are the pushers hidden to set the date, the month, and
See, I didn't know this until you showed it to me earlier.
because I was wondering, where are the pushers?
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes they hide them in the lugs or underneath the straps, but here they're actually behind the case back here, the hunter case back. And again, this is such a beautiful movement. And yeah, you have the whole weight of the gold, so they have not saved any money on it. And that's a beautiful, beautiful watch. And for the price, I mean, what is it going for at the moment here? 35,000 for solid gold Villeray annual or no?
So I think we have to mention
semi-annual, semi-perpetual calendar. Beautiful, beautiful.
this watch retails for 110,000 dirhams.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, it does. I
must
saw it the other day.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a dress watch,
Yeah. it's
a fantastic value.
Yeah, and you get a solid gold double deploying clasp here as well. Butterfly clasp. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely fantastic watch.
So we've covered the Rolex, we've covered the dress.
Right, let's stay with a bit of gold. Here we have golden indices at least. Golden color indices.
theme
And the
continues.
golden crown here, the little capuchon here, the black one. This is a Bulgari Octo, right? If I'm not mistaken, a Bulgari Octo. I think also one of the watches, the Octo Finissimo gets all of the praise and all of the publicity, but this is the lower cost version
Yes.
of it. It's a bit thicker than the Octo Finissimo, of course, but it's still an amazing case. It's a bit less faceted than the original, the Octo Finissimo and the other higher priced versions.
It's called a Solo Tempo. Octo
Solo,
Tempo.
yeah, currently it's a Solo Tempo.
Yeah.
Before it was called, I think, the Roma. I don't know
Yes.
if this is... right?
Yes.
I think it was. It's a Octo here on the bottom here, whatever. So these are the watches coming, of course, on this very big strap, which is surprisingly comfortable when you actually put it on the wrist. You can see it's a special watch that wears more comfortable than you would think, and I think with this thickness, it's actually coming across quite nice. It doesn't have to be super slim. It's actually a lovely watch to wear.
You've owned a Bulgari before?
No, never owned a Bulgari. But I looked at Bulgari so often, and I always think like, man, this is really cool.
You've
Are
been
they-
tempted before with the things like the Finissimo and...
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The Finissimo is a lovely piece. Even the Bulgari, which is a
Yes.
funny name to call a watch, but this is also quite nice. And you had some on auction before.
We
I
have
was
we had
very
a few in
tempted
the
there.
past.
And this is a beautiful. They come in so many different variations, and this is a beautiful watch. And it's starting here at 12,750.
Again, it's a very good price.
Yeah, now going to dive watches, and I'm showing you from a distance. Can you tell me on the distance which one is which? I guess you can. Once you move a bit closer, you can, right? So what I've seen here, this watch is the Pelagos, Tudor Pelagos 39 millimeters, titanium. This one is currently fitted on the rubber strap, but it also comes on a titanium bracelet, something that is mentioned in the description, but not in the photos. So you have to consider that you get the full set. This watch is not being sold otherwise. I think it always comes on the titanium bracelet and the rubber strap together. So this is the rubber strap currently fitted, but you get the titanium bracelet with it as well. And what's so special about it is that price. It starts at 9,500 currently at the auction, which is ridiculous. I have that watch myself. I bought it for full retail, and I love it.
It retails for 18,000?
Yeah, 17 or 18,000. Yeah, something 18,000. Yeah.
So pretty much half price.
It's crazy. I don't know why, because it's a very new watch. This one is from
2020
December 2022, so just a half year old, and of course has no scratches. It's in beautiful condition. Lovely watch. I love wearing it. I love it much more than I thought I would.
So you've been enjoying the watch?
Oh, totally.
And because I know
such a
size-wise,
fantastic
39 for you works well. Not too small.
It does. It's a. I thought in the beginning it's too small for me, but I loved.
You've grown to like it.
I learned to love it, and it's from the Black Bay 58s that I had before, and I still have one. And this one, 39, is actually a beautiful size to it. And of course, on the bracelet, it looks a bit bigger, has a bit more presence. And the titanium makes it very light, but also very comfortable to wear because it's a warm metal. It doesn't feel cold on you. It's super light to wear, and I didn't know how much I would enjoy it, but I do. So titanium it is for me. There you go. Second one, also with a black strap, is this Seamaster, of course, a classic.
The king of diving.
Yeah, a diver watch, 300 meters. Both of these watches are chronometer certified. Of course, the Omega also Meta certified, which adds a couple of more tests like anti-magnetic features and all of these other things that you get with the Meta certification. Listen to our Loom Plotters episode about all the standards. There you get all the details. But both of them are basically more or less anti-magnetic. Silicon escapement here as well in the Tudor, same as here on the Omega. You get this beautiful ceramic dial that is reflecting the light very, very nicely with the waves engraved by laser. 55 hours of power reserve, beautiful movement. The helium escape valve that is not so much useful as it is actually just identification of that watch. So now that defines basically the Seamaster Professional, and you see it from across the room. That must be an Omega, that must be a Seamaster because of the helium escape valve. It's pretty cool. And of course, what is super, super cool as well is the price, 11,850. And if you look at these watches currently on the list price for Omega, it's
18. No, sorry, 22.
No. Yeah, 22,000. So that's
Yes.
a
Half price.
And you can, of course, if you like a bracelet, Omega is happy to sell you a bracelet for this watch as well, if you want to add that, because this is the rubber version, but you can just fit the normal bracelet on it if you like.
And personally for you, Seamaster or the Pelagos?
Oh, that's a
As
tough
a
question. Since I own both.
You have both?
Yes, I have both. Not
This version of the Seamaster
no,
or the old
I have
one?
the blue. This version.
The wavy.
But blue dial and the Setna gold, so the two-tone
Okay,
version.
yes.
I love it. It's a beautiful watch, and it fits so well on different straps as well, which I like to do. So it looks great on the rubber, on the blue rubber. It looks great on the bracelet. It looks great on brown leather straps. It's a lovely watch, and it's nice that it's 20 millimeters, so easy to change. Here you have 21, so I haven't changed anything on mine. Yeah, that's a typical thing, right? When it's these off size,
Yes.
lug width is always a bit of a challenge.
It's a bit more harder.
But I have no reason to change the Pelagos from its bracelet because I enjoy it so much.
You didn't tell me, which one do you like more?
Right. See?
He's avoiding answering the question.
Proper politician.
Yes.
I have just given you a long answer without saying anything. No, if I had to choose,
Yes.
at the moment I would probably go Pelagos. Long term, I might probably go Omega. But at the moment, I'm still in honeymoon with my Pelagos. So I would choose that.
It's a recent acquisition.
Yeah, exactly.
He kind of answered the question. All right, there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are Ralph's top 6 picks from this week's auction. Ralph, just to end it off, if we were to choose an outsider, one you haven't picked yet,
All right.
a watch you've never owned before, but would be tempted to add into your wish list, what would it be?
Right.
But something you've not owned before.
Something I have... brand or model?
Can be either. No, brand you could have owned, but just not that specific model.
Because I bought a Breguet from an auction before, from you.
Okay.
The Breguet Type 20.
Yes.
A long time ago.
But this is very different, yeah.
But this here is something where I think, wow. A skeletonized Breguet, solid gold, rose gold. I mean, this is with a double balance, whatever, all the Breguet innovations that they have done over the years. I mean, look at that piece. It's just absolutely insane. And you have this nice coinage case. I mean, that is just fantastic. That's my outside tip, and also the price, right? 49,000 currently. I mean, a solid gold,
cheaper than a steel watch from
Breguet.
other brands we know.
Exactly, for this price. I mean, this is just an incredible value for money. And another outsider tip, I mean, I have still not worn a JLC or not owned a JLC in my life. And that needs
we were
to
thinking
change.
about this earlier, right?
And this is a beautiful, this is the large one. It's a
Large
dual
reversal,
time.
yeah.
Dual time.
Dual face.
2 time. You see the day and night indicator for the away time. And then you have here, the moon phase for the current time when you're not away, so to say. But of course, you can change whatever you like, which dial you like more, right? So you can actually have a nice blue one here. And now the JLC purists will kill me because I switched the case the wrong way. So usually it's supposed to be like this. You slide it in from the side and don't flip it. You shouldn't flip it like this.
Yes.
But hey.
There's no purist
No,
here.
JLC actually doesn't mind. They do it themselves in both ways. So. But anyhow, that's if you like rectangular watches, and I'm showing that to you on the wrist just to see how that looks on the wrist, if I can.
Because you said that's always been your reservation with these watches, right?
Yeah, this thing is that my wife always tells me this looks like your grandfather's watch, and I think like, so what, right?
Nothing wrong with a grandfather.
Yeah, and it's just I really like it. But when I see it on my wrist, I always think, ooh, maybe I have to get used to it. See, like there's so many other watches that you actually just have to get used to. It might be something. And Martin owns one, right? He has a JLC and he loves it.
Yes,
So
and he swears by it.
yeah, and he really likes it. So these two would be the ones that I've never owned before and think are amazing value for money as well.
Yeah. 30, yeah, so I think this is around 35, 36, around 49, both well below retail price.
Absolutely.
There you have it, our top 6 picks from Ralph and his 2 outsider picks. The auction is running till Saturday, 8 p.m. During that time, you're more than welcome to come down. Please do actually come down, try out these watches. I mean, like you always say, having a watch on the wrist is very different to seeing it online. I think case in point with this watch, on paper, you love it. It ticks every box, but it doesn't, for you, it's not that immediate love on the wrist yet. It could be trying to get used to it. So please do come down. Drop us a comment or hit us up on the website, on the phone if you have any questions. Cad, do we have anything before we sign out?
All
right, Ralph, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Tune in, guys, this week. We have a few more people coming in. Thank you so much and see you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.